the numbers are looking in line. Obviously, there is a very small miss on the margins. The expectation was around 21.4 and it has come at 21.1. But there is a slightly bigger thing into PAT. I think there was an intake acquisition, which if you factor in, then probably there seems to be a small miss on the PAT side. But broadly, numbers are in line, and also, as expected, they have raised the revenue guidance. So I think all in all, these numbers are decent numbers and are more towards expectation rather than behind expectation. Let me put it this way.
My reading of the numbers is slightly different. It's a miss coming in on the margin front. We were working with a 20 basis point improvement. That hasn't come through. The street was expecting the guidance to be increased to 4 to 5%. They've increased it, but to 3.75 to 4.5%. So there's a miss coming in there as well. If you look at the deal internals, the deal win has come in at $2.4 billion. Street was working with at least $3 to $4 billion as far as the deal wins are concerned. To my mind, it looks like a bit of a miss coming in from Infosys. Wouldn't you concur?
No, see, in such a size company, what you're saying, 0.5 and 0.75%, I think that means generally people give a pass. I would not count it too much, but broadly numbers are in line. The final internal details will come more. Secondly, on the deals, this we have seen this in Accenture numbers also, that the consultancy side of the order book was quite weak. And so, the deal pipelines could vary quite a bit depending on what kind of deals are there. So I would not read too much into that. We have seen similar trajectory in TCS also. There was some hit, some miss, but broadly it indicates that, worst is behind. But at the same time, I would like to reiterate that the stocks have gone up substantially in last few months. So there could be good time correction, and I don't see upside moves in a hurry.
Looking at the other internals as well, the voluntary attrition has gone up to 12.7% versus 12.7% last quarter. The number of total employees is higher, so there's a net addition this time. That's at least some sort of a breather coming in. But if you look at the various business segments or various geographies, the financial service segment is up 2.8% on a YOY basis, while retail is down substantially, down about 9%. If you look at North America, that's down almost 3% on a year-on-year basis. While financial services for the likes of HCL Tech grew by almost 4%, this one has been a bit slower. What's your view here as far as the various segments of Infosys is concerned, and what's your reading of North America right now?
So, we saw similar trend even in case of TCS, where, North America was little weak and BFSI was better. And we are seeing similar trend here. So, I would just like to reiterate my view that we are going through a phase when most of the clients are cautious, and they will take some time before they finalize whether they want to spend their discretionary part of the budgets or not. Because one, there is an election which is upcoming, and second, people are still concerned whether the downturn in economy will be a very harsh one or it will be a soft one. So I think because of that, you are seeing deviation in all those pieces where there is a discretionary component involved, whether it is a consultancy piece or whether it is a discretionary piece. We are seeing a lot of deviation there. So I would reiterate that, there is not much to read in this number. More data will be actually available only on the call and once, we speak to the management or on the presser. That is the way we look at it.
Hold that thought, Sandeep. I just want to go through the commentary that Salil Parekh, the CEO and MD, is talking about. He says it's a strong growth of 3.1% quarter on quarter in constant currency terms. The growth was broad-based with good momentum in financial services. This stems from our strength in industry expertise. He's talking about the generative AI and the Topaz part of the business. The large deals, they say, is a differentiated position for them. And the employee commitment is also something they're talking about. Jayesh Sangrajka, who's the new CFO, he's talking about focus on accelerating revenue growth with sharp focus on margin performance. They are talking about continued benefits and value-based pricing and utilization despite higher employee payouts. Cash generation is something which is healthy for them. So that's the first take coming in on Infosys. I quickly wanted to take a look at Wipro as well. We just have a very initial number that we have at our hand, which is the profitability figure, and the fact that the company has reported 1:1 bonus issue right now. Would you want to comment on Wipro at all, Sandeep? The revenue has come in at 16,895 crore, and that's the total rupee revenue I'm talking about. And the profitability is close to around 2,700 crores thereabout. What's your first take on that one?
So, we would like to see the total revenue because this is a partial part of the revenue in my view. So, let's see whole number come, then only we will be able to comment. But PAT number, if it is the complete number, then it looks slightly below what was anticipated.
My poll was also throwing up a number of 3,000 crores. So I'm waiting back to get more details on that because 2,700 crore thereabout would be a bit of a miss coming in. I don't see a major exceptional to that extent. In fact, the other income is higher if at all. So we'll have to wait for more details as far as Wipro is concerned. But as per you, there is not an expectation of a big change in the estimates of Infosys at the moment and the pecking order that people had on TCS versus Infosys.
No, I don't think there is major change. And in fact, I think that most of the stocks have built in all the positives and they are trading at a very, very decent valuation now versus 6 months back. So honestly speaking, neither the numbers nor the commentary is such which gives a lot of excitement about near-term returns.
For joining us on the show and sharing your first take of Wipro as well as Infosys with us. But why we were focused.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.